Hello, hello, hello. It's Auntie. It's Friday, fabulous Friday. How was your day? Well, Auntie had a kind of low energy day, I must say. I was at work. I didn't really feel to be at work. Then I had to go and take mom to an appointment in the hot sun. That had Auntie come back feeling kind of jaded. Jaded is a fancy word meaning tired and, as you would say, kind of dragged down, popped down. Yeah. Dehydrated. I didn't do good with my hydrating today either. Yeah. So Auntie was very quiet and very slow today. Just conserve my energy and be gentle with myself. And funny enough, I came home and I was sitting down and I've started this ritual where I go and as I said, I sit in my gallery on evenings, watching the children playing, getting some evening breeze, getting some evening sun, looking out at my garden as I'm trying to build back up my little garden. And I said, you know what? You need to go out there and sit down and get some of that evening sun, you know, until it was time for Joshua's lesson. And I did that. And I did feel refreshed a certain way. And I came. And about 5, 10 minutes into the lesson with Joshua, I didn't remember that I was feeling low. There's a lesson in that, right? What is it? Do the things that feed your spirit. So more and more I'm seeing that's where, Mhm. If you understand, you understand. Yeah. But for sure, the time with my children. Mm-hmm. And right now, the way I'm feeling, I don't even remember that I was feeling like low and yeah, drained today. Mm-hmm. Need time for the things that are your passion, that speak to you. So I'm gonna read a story for you. I have my hand here going down. Hi, honey, honey. Going on in my bag to see what I will pull out for you today. You want to read that one? That's another dragon one, but I read dragon book for you the other day. Let me try my luck again, okay? Bear with me. I'm special. Yes, I can read this. I'm special. I am special. As are you. I hope you know that. Yeah, this isn't the newest book. This book was around for a while, all from like the year 2000. My name is Sarah. You could say I'm special. My legs don't work properly, so I use a wheelchair to get about. I love music and play the recorder in our school orchestra. I love animals, especially our cat and dog. My best friend Jo is also special. She's a whiz at maths and science. She can't see well, but her calculator speaks to her out loud. Our friend Ben is special too. He's the champion swimmer in our class. Ben can't hear much. He has a hearing aid. He watches people's lips to find out what they are saying. I wasn't showing you the pictures. This is Sarah. See Sarah there in her wheelchair. Isn't she adorable? This is Joe with her glasses. And this is Ben with his hearing aid. Okay? All right. We're all caught up now. When people stare or point at me as I go by, I feel shy. Sometimes I think they are scared because I am special, not quite the same as them. When people talk to Jo as if she's stupid, she feels upset. She can't see well, but she's just as quick as them. When other kids tease Ben behind his back so he can't hear them, he feels angry, but he talks in signs to his friend Jeff instead. When my brother leaves me out of games like football, I feel sad. Last week, when I played with the others, I scored a goal. When grown ups ignore me and talk to mom as if I wasn't there, I feel cross. Ask me. I can speak for myself. When buildings have so many stairs, I can't go in. I feel left out. But the new sports center has lifts and ramps, and we have great fun there. Some grown ups I know are special too. They all seem very busy. Hannah's mom has a wheelchair and drives a fast, shiny car. Mhm. Mrs. Mills from our street is the boss of a big office. Mr. Black is the head teacher at our school. What's special about Mr. Black? Oh, he has one arm. And Mrs. Mills, she's impaired. Her vision is impaired, or her sight. When grown-ups fuss and try to help with something I can do, I feel embarrassed. It's okay when children who are special take longer to do something or do it in a different way. That's such an important point. Often, I like to be treated just the same as everyone else. Everyone finds some things hard and some things easy. Everyone is different and special, just like me. That's the end. Yeah, like that. But funny time I saw it, I knew that I would like it. As I said, it's not the newest book. I don't know if I could get my Mary Bear to read it, but he's like, you bring this old thing for me to read? But I thought even in the old thing, Auntie could find value, right? See, Auntie smiling. Auntie come alive after her lesson. Yeah. So what are the takeaways from this book? Even we see people as having limitations, they have so much to offer, so much talent. And she says she loves music, she plays the recorder. I love animals. She's showing us herself, all that she has to offer. This little girl, she can't see well, but she's good at science. And she uses her calculator. The calculator speaks to her. Ben, he can't hear well, but he's good at swimming. He watches people's lips. So other way, they find ways to cope. They find ways to be able to function just like us. People staring and pointing. I didn't know we still do this in the year of our Lord 2025. Stare at people with special needs and point at them. We still doing that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that they're scared or what. I don't know. I think like we don't like to be reminded of our own vulnerability. That's my own reasoning. Yeah. I remember I had an experience. I went to a restaurant and there was a parent with a child and then he started to make a lot of noise. He had to be taken outside. And I wanted to like go over and engage the father and ask like, if it's that the boy is autistic and tell like I'm glad he's still trying to bring him out and different things. But I somehow felt like, maybe it's not my place. But as I said, that was years ago. But I think if it had happened now, I would do that. I would leave it for them to tell me about. They'd rather not talk or whatever. But I don't think so. I think people appreciate having support and so on in those moments. I think if it happens now, I would do it. Yeah, just affirm them and you're doing a great job. I could see you being so patient and you know, just a little kindness. Yeah. And people tend to be very conscious and so on when those things happen. You say people are talking to Jo as if she's stupid. It makes her upset. Just because she cannot see well doesn't mean there's something wrong with her brain. If we think that someone has like a challenge, We tend to speak loudly or very slowly, like kind of dumb them down, even in a well-meaning way, but we don't realize. People teasing, bang. My brother leaves me out of games of like football. So we need to try to include children as well as we can. And she goes on to say, grown-ups ignore me as if I'm not there. I can't speak for myself. I know it took my mom, as I shared, to an appointment today with a specialist, a minor thing, a minor issue with her ear. Yeah. When we got into the office, everybody knows I have a very vibrant, a very intelligent, a very alert 91-year-old mother. And the doctor, he looked like, Mom is sitting here, I'm right next to Mom. He looked at me and said, why did you bring her here? I said, but she's capable of speaking for herself. Even talking about it now, it like riling me up a bit, you know. I was like kind of annoyed. Yeah, she could speak for herself. And then when he started to engage, mom wouldn't shut up. Then a lot of small talk. And that had me a bit irritated to a lot of small talk, yeah. And she went on and talk and talk and talk, yeah. And then the actual procedure, maybe 5 minutes. If I think I'm being generous, even in saying 5 minutes, maybe three. But it is what it is. You do what you have to do to take care of yourself, you know. Yeah, but I didn't care for that part at all. Turning to me in Mom's presence, why have you brought her here today? Yeah. Okay. Or accessibility. Buildings have so many stairs that I can't go in, so I feel left out. So I feel like this is years we've been talking about that here in Barbados, accessibility. Yeah, hopefully we'll get there sometime. And she's going on to share about grown ups she knows who are still doing fabulous things. One lady, she's in a wheelchair, she drives a car. This lady, she's a big boss, although she can't see well. This man, he's the head teacher. As I said, he has one arm. She doesn't like when grown-ups fuss over her, trying to help with something she can do. Let me cut up your meal. And nothing's wrong with her hand. She's in a wheelchair. So the challenge is with her legs. So nothing's wrong with the hand, but they're fussing. Let me chop up your food for you. Doesn't like it at all. And it's okay if a child with special needs takes longer to do something or do it in a different way. So we have a picture of a little boy. Well, let's say he doesn't have arms, so he's painting, you know, he's holding the paintbrush in his mouth. So, you know, the people will feel inclined like to try to rush it along or let me help you, let me do it for you, you don't have arms. But no, allow him to do it in his way. And then it finishes. Often I like to be treated just the same as everyone else. Everyone, this is a message. Everyone finds some things hard and some things easy. Everyone is different and special, just like me. Mm-hmm. That's a good note to end on, right? Oh, it's hot, yeah. I think we're gonna get a shower of rain here now. I'm gonna enjoy a nice cool shower, yeah. Nice relaxing evening. Maybe I'll get on with my crochet, yeah. Ain't nobody like Auntie enough Friday night and I here doing my crochet. Oh yes, I am. All right, so you have a peaceful night's rest. As I said, a refreshing weekend. Spend some time with your family, your loved ones. What else we're gonna do? Spend some time doing things that feed your spirit, that bring you a life, that help balance you out. I share with you. And I'm going to be honest and tell you more and more. I feel restless in that environment at work. I'm very thankful to have the job. That's my employment. That's my means and so on. But yeah, spiritually, I feel quite restless in there at times. So today was one of those days. And I just made the best of it. And now I'm here and I'm making the best of this too. You know, Auntie's going to keep it honest with you. So Daniel, I don't even know if you ever watch my videos. That is my Jamie, she always says when she asks me how I'm doing, I always say I'm good. You always good. Then you got a problem with me being always good? But I remind her I'm not always good. I do have my tantrums. I haven't had one in a while. No, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. Are you proud of me too? Yeah, but I'm saying that to say I could have very easily come on and just be my bubbly, happy self, which is how I'm feeling in this moment. But with intention, I shared with you, I wasn't feeling so bubbly, bubbly today, earlier, right? To let you know that Auntie has moods and Auntie has feelings just like anybody else. And you are allowed to have moods and you are allowed to have feelings just like anybody else. Don't repress them. Though I tell you go and explore that over the place, but um basically own your feelings, acknowledge that they exist, yeah, and work your way through them. Okay? All right, bye 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 bye. I love you. Stay blessed.